If Claude is coming back to you with content written with EM dashes, sounds too robotic, and just generally doesn't sound like you, what you probably need to do is to create a tone of voice file and add it to your context. So here's what I have. I have a tone-of-voice.md file, and within it, I just have some core principles, right? Use British English, use active voice, etc. And it just has some examples of how I talk and everything like this. And actually to get this, I asked Claude to analyze the last 30 emails that I'd sent and to then basically create this tone of voice document. Then what you want to do is, if you're using Claude Chat, you'd want to upload this file to the context here. So I've got tone-of-voice.md attached now to the project. And what this means is that with every conversation that I have, it's going to also include this tone of voice file, right? So it's going to use that to then educate the way that it speaks. If you were working in Cowork, instead what you do is that you would write in the instructions, when writing content to other people, use the tone of voice as denoted in the path name, right? Because with Cowork, obviously you're sitting on top of a folder structure, right? So you can just point it to where the tone of voice file is. And the same principle really lives with Claude Code. So with Claude Code, again, I've got my files and folder structure, and I've actually got this tone of voice document inside a specific place. So I've got a place called record, structural, and tone of voice. And you see this is where the file is. And then what I've done is I've referred to it within my Claude.md. So this is like the README that gets read every single time Claude starts. It then says below here, when drafting content in Jonathan's voice, load the tone-of-voice.md first, right? So this is how you improve the tone of voice of your Claude. You need a tone of voice document.